Hello, everyone. Today we will present our research titled Inclusive English Assessment Practices in Colombian Schools, Challenges, Findings, and Recommendations. Our group is composed of Juan Pablo Silva, Jennifer Chapeta, and myself, Silvia Rubio. Our goal is to explain how English assessment can become more inclusive, equitable, and aligned with real communication. We will begin with the research question and the theoretical background. Mm. Our short question is, how can English assessment practices in Colombian schools be strengthened to ensure inclusion, equity, and the development of higher order thinking skills? First, from an inclusive education perspective, assessment must adapt to the learner. Authors such as Echeita, Parrilla, and Bonilla explain that inclusion requires flexibility, accessibility, and recognition of diverse strengths. Inclusive assessment ensures that all students can show what they know, regardless of linguistic, cognitive, or social differences. Second, from the communicative language teaching approach, language learning happens through meaningful interactions. Both the CEFR and Colombian standards emphasize tags instead of isolated grammar exercises. Finally, inclusive assessment principles highlight the importance of visual support, alternative response formats, and reducing unnecessary barriers while maintaining academic rigor.
Methodology. To answer our question, we use three methodological strategies. First, participant observation in Colombian school help us analyze English assessment practices. We keep file notes and journal to record the teacher-student interaction, identify whether includes strategies were be using. Second, we use collaborative exam design. We created an inclusive English exam for 10th grade based on the 10 my community. This exam included visual supports like pictograms, contextual images, and flexible response modes, verbal, minimal verbal, or gestural, depending on the student needs. Third, we conducted a comparative analysis. We comparing traditional exams with or include version. This process helps us reflect on the benefits of the inclusive strategies and strengthen the quality of our findings.
Okay, our analysis revealed five main findings. The first one is that traditional assessment practices still dominate. Teachers often rely on grammar drills and isolated vocabulary activities, which do not reflect communicative competence. The second, we found a lack of inclusivity. Students with different learning profiles or communication challenges cannot fully demonstrate their understanding because assessments rarely include visual aids or contextual support. Third, there is misalignment between the Colombian standards expect and what actually happens. Also, regional guidelines promote communicative competency-based assessment and classroom practices remain regret. The fourth, our inclusive exam demonstrate that accessible design improves quality, visual supports, flexible responses, and real-world tasks increase students' engagement without lowering academic rigor. And finally, inclusive strategies benefits all learners, not only students with disabilities. Inclusive design improve comprehension, reduce anxiety, and promoted meaningful participation.
Based on these findings, we conclude that English assessment in Colombian schools needs significant improvement. Traditional formats limit students' opportunities to demonstrate a real understanding. Inclusive assessment removes unnecessary barriers and promotes higher order thinking and equitable learning.
Recommendation. We recommend and provide teacher training or inclusive practices using authentic communicative tasks, aligning evaluation with CFR, CFR Almen standards, adopting flexible response formats, and institutionalizing inclusive design in non-English assessments.
Reflection, try this project, my understanding of assessment change. I realized that inclusion is not about simplifying content, but about giving every student the chance to show their potential. Visual and adaptive tools can make evaluation more meaningful and equitable for everyone.
And learning that competence-based and inclusive evaluation require planning and creative when designing the inclusive exam. I understood how the small adaptation, such as images or flexible response option, can transform the learning experience and allow all the students to participate in successfully.
Um, right now, I believe that English assessment must reflect real communication and real student needs. Also, inclusive assessment supports higher order thinking, improves participation, and creates more meaningful learning experiences in real education contexts.
Thank you, classmates. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.